Hi there, this video is all about hook lengths. So first of all, what is a hook length? Well, basically you will have your main line with a loop on it, and you will have a separate piece of line with another loop on it, which I'm going to show you how to attach with your hook on the end. And that hook length is usually a lesser breaking strain or diameter than your main line. And the reason that you do this is if you have a pole rig or a float rig set up and a fish happens to snap your line, rather than the fish towing loads of line in your float all around the water, it simply has a hook which will eventually drop out and a short piece of line attached to it rather than the whole lot. And the other advantages to it as well, obviously because it's only broken a smaller piece of line, all you need to do, you have some hook lengths stored, you can just get another hook length out, put it straight onto the other loop, and you're back fishing again. Exactly the same depth as you were before, so all your hook lengths will be the exact same size. What you're going to need, and some people say that you use a figure of 8, but I find this one's just as good and it's just as simple, and again it's just to get you started. But get yourself a Sensus loop tyre. They're about £1.20. 2 prongs, bigger, smaller, and I'm going to show you with your line how to use it and how to get a hook length attached. Again, I'm using Dacron here, so it's bright and you can see it. So if that's your main line, that's your end, all you need to do is form a loop. Drag plenty over, form a loop. Okay, so I've got the loop in my fingers, and all you do is just a simple overhand knot. Okay, just do that again for you. Get it, put the lines together, wrap it over and under the bottom loop once, do it over and under again, and pull it through. Now then, you will see there you've got 2 loops. Okay, you've got the one with the main loop and the one with the knot. Get your Sensus loop tyre, use the bigger one to start with, and just push it through the 2 loops. Okay, so one at the bottom, one at the top, and then all you do is just pull tight. Okay, now with fishing line you would need to wet that before you pull it tight. With this I'm not going to need to. All you do is then pull the Sensus tyre out, get all your loop, and just pull it up tight, and there you go, you've got a nice loop. Okay, then just with your slack line, don't pull it tight, it'll be tight enough with that. If you want to give it a tight, again, don't pull the slack line. Just put your loop tyre and pull it tight that way on your main line in your loop. If you start to pull this, you'll pull the knot over the top. You'll see if you do it as a practice. Get it? Snip your tag end off, and there you've got it. There's one loop. I'll just quickly do another one and then I can show you how we attach them together. Same thing. Form a loop. This is your hook length now. Make a loop over the top and pass it underneath. Pass it once, pass it twice, pull it through. Again, that's too big a loop, but you've got one loop and the knot loop. Get your tyre, push it in between. Okay, that way or that way, it makes no difference. Start to pull it up tight. As it gets somewhere near, take it out, wet it. What I tend to do is just put the end in there in the loop and just pull it up tight. Okay, so there you go. You've got another lovely, perfectly sized knot. Snip your tag end off. Okay, so now what we've got loop to loop. And how do you get these together? Now that would usually have a hook attached to it that you pre-tied. So what you do here, pass the hook length loop over the top of the main line loop. Can you see that? So pass it over the top. Don't pass it through the loop. Yeah, pass it over the top. So actually the main line loop is actually going through the hook length loop, but don't do it the other way around. I'll see why in a minute. So pass it over the top. When it's over the top, all you need to do is get your hook, you pass your hook through the loop. So that's the important part. Loop over the main line, hook through the main line loop, and pull it up tight. And there you've got it. If you can see in the middle there, and that, if you need to get it off, you just push it back. It's as simple as that. So again, if this breaks now, all you need to do, just take the line off and you'll be able to put another hook length off. It's as simple as that. Thank you. Bye.